special shout out to Alexander because I was going to like casually get a drink and he didn't like my hair. So this is my interpretation of pop and play, and I like this because it really challenged me because it's not something that I would usually do. Like, if you have anything on?
Oh my god, no words.
So let's run through the tutorial video that I made, so I can tell you guys about how I do this. So this is her before, beautiful, and her after, you see here. I think it took around 6 hours? Around 6 hours, yeah. And then there's a little behind the scenes of how I actually filmed this video, and I almost lost my life. I almost tripped and fell. But I started with the BLONDME DETOX, which is one of my favorite things to do because she went ahead and box colored her hair just one shade darker than her natural. You know, the buildup that I cut out. And then I sectioned her into 4 sections and did like a classic bleach application, BLONDME and 7 volume. And good thing my girl Kat Kofir in the house, baby, my best friend, helping me out to apply this. I applied it right there on the line of demarcation and then pulled it all the way down to make sure that it was like super saturated, working it in, but not oversaturating. I used to be the queen of oversaturating, but I've learned my ways. And then I put that video of Natalie in because she just looks so beautiful and I couldn't help it. So this is it all over. And then I did a wrapping technique. And I don't know if any of you guys know a guy named B-Scene. But I think he's really cute, so if you could give him my number, that'd be great. So you just layer the plastic wrap and then put the hair over top of it. And I like to put the section that I did last on top first. And this is gonna bring all of the hair on top of the head because this is the hottest point, right? So it saves you a lot of time with foiling so that the heat from the head can process it for you. And I wasn't trying to lift it super, super light. I just wanted it to have like a warm base underneath because color doesn't lift color. So I had to bleach it out. And my original plan was to do silver, like light silver at the top with like a darker root, and then pink. But you know, I don't think her hair lifted well enough for that, so we had to shift. So here's the beautiful lift, and the front pieces were literally black. So I don't know if she did you really concentrate it right there when you put it on? Yeah, she did. What a lovely lift. So here we are. But this is good because it's gonna support the red color that I had put in her hair. And this is me talking about the haircut with her, telling her that I was basically gonna be removing the whole front part of her hair and I wanted her to be comfortable with that. But I went in with a classic shag fringe technique, and I really have Tyler Johnson to thank for this because I recently took a one-on-one cutting, an incredible cutter, but I've really been taking the time to learn, so the timing of this was really great. And also Ashley Phillips, she taught me a lot about cutting shags, so doing some slide cutting, directing it all forward, and kind of just like hoping that I was doing the right thing, but you know what, it turned out really, really good. Over directing it forward, continuing to slide. I know everybody likes to see that, especially hairdressers. And if you want to screenshot my formulas, go ahead. But this is my root color. I wanted to go for something a little bit deeper to make sure that I was playing into the pop and play moment. So I had a really bad experience one time. When I was doing color, I splattered some red into my platinum blonde hair, and I about had a heart attack. So every time I do color now, these are the ones that they had in Germany. I've never seen one like it. But anyways, just a little pro tip. I layered on some 777, a little bit resistant to grabbing it very, very brightly. So I layered on a lot of stuff to that, and then I almost splattered it all over my face right there. And then I went back in with a mini root with 5-7 because I wanted it to be even darker. And then on the underneath, I pulled that down a little bit lower so that she would have more dimension and depth in the back. And then this would lie on top and look like highlights. And then I just did straight orange CHROMA ID on top. And then I did a brow tint. I really like to do this, especially if I'm shifting towards something warmer, because I don't want someone to have a cool toned brow and warm hair. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean? Lively bunch. Come on, guys. What's up? Do those brows. And this is the final. Do we love it? I'm just gonna do some finishing touches on her style. I already used a lot of the Osis style of texture to them. And after I blow dried her hair, I had to blow it out with a round brush. Blow it out with a round brush to make sure that I could go back in and texturize it, but I wanted it to be super messy. I didn't want it to look super round brush. So after I did that, I put a whole bunch of topped up mousse, which is a light mousse that I absolutely love. And I just scrunched that throughout her hair to kind of break up the perfection of it. And now I'm gonna use a little bit of the mess up. And I didn't take the foil off and my nails are too long, help. But I'm gonna use the mess up to like texturize it out a little bit more. I have a little bit of perfection disease when I'm styling hair. I like it to look like very smooth and like super, super perfect. But I've been working on that and I think I'm recovering, guys. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this mess up. Rings on. Lynn is gonna kill me, but it's fine. And I'm just gonna piece this out. All the time. Oh, I'm living for this. What do you guys think? You like it? Does anybody have any questions? I know it's been a long day. Kat?
Another question, but you killed that haircut too right away.
Thank you so much, Kat. You know that means a lot to me. Any more questions?
How you find your inspiration?
How do I find my inspiration? Gosh, that's such a complicated question. Whenever people ask me that question, I don't know what to say because I feel like everyone's creative mind is so different that like my answer to that sometimes it's not like super helpful, but I still tell you. I get inspiration from the most random things. Like this textured wall with the blue light on it. Or like the shape of a plant. I'll look at that and I'll think about like doing braids in her hair and like creating a dream catcher like I see from the chair. I think that inspiration is all around us. You just have to be willing to look for it and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any more?
Question over here.
¿Cómo te inspiras para poder crear el contenido como el que hiciste ahorita para el reel?
What's your inspiration to create reels like the one you've just done now for these presentations?
What's my inspiration? It's funny you asked that. I'm going to be telling you all about that very soon.
Wait, it's a method? We can't get it.
Can you be patient?
No.
Okay. I just need you to wait. All right. I'm just going to do some final little touches on her hair. What'd you say?
It's like mod, right? Like mod.
It is, yes. I especially love the way that it looks tucked behind her ear. If I was to be doing a photo shoot for this, that would definitely be my main focus here in this line. Having it tucked here, in the layers. I feel like this haircut almost looks best when it's air dried and like scrunched with a little bit of mousse. Let me see, where am I at? Let's do a big reveal because your outfit is fire. Let me take this off. Everything is different in Europe. The light switches, the capes, everything. I just got lost. All right, guys, check it out. fun. Our wardrobe people absolutely killed it. So now I'm gonna get into a little bit about one of the most important things I think right now, personally in our industry, which is TikTok. So if you want to play that video.